If you don't have a dehydrator, you can actually make one pretty cheaply using a handful of readily available materials. This is an old setup from Good Eats that Alton Brown's crew came up with. The important thing are the silicone drying mats. Silicone is a great long-lasting material that is fantastic at absorbing moisture as well as being non-stick. Perfect for preserving the last bounty of summer. Once you have your mats, you need a heat source and a fan. AB opted for a simple reptile heating lamp, and for a fan, I just used my son since clearly he won't be needing it anymore. Summer's over, y'all. Now when I'm ready to dry, I just simply arrange the fan on the bottom of my oven on a high setting and the heat source right next to it. I don't know if it matters how close the two are. I just need my oven to be evenly warmed and for as much moisture as possible to be driven out. For actually drying the product, I add about 3 to 4 grams of citric acid to 300 grams of water and stir to dissolve. I dunk the sliced fruit in this acidified water to make those polyphenol oxidases cease all activities. My browning enzyme short explains why this works. Now if you don't have citric acid, use lemon juice, but no, you have lemon flavor added to your fruit. And you won't have control over how acidic your fruit tastes. Honestly, just buy some citric acid, it's cheap and will last you a long time. Arrange your fruit on your silicone mat and then simply place that in your oven to dry. Sliceable fruits like apples, bananas, plums, strawberries, whatever, will take anywhere from 12 to 18 hours. I like them at about 18 hours, but experiment based on your thickness and desired texture. I try and aim to have them on the thinner side, so I get more of a melt-in-your-mouth, fruit leather, fruit roll-up type texture. Things like grapes and blueberries take a lot longer to dry and will really try your patience. Now the natural question is, why would I want to make this? What do I do with all this bounty of dried deliciousness? Well, this stuff is so good to eat out of hand that some people call it keto candy, which I don't really understand because fruit has sugar. You know what? Never mind. Things like dry banana is so sweet and satisfying that I find myself eating one after another like they are little Lay's chips. You just can't eat only one. Want something that's a little bit more satisfying? Well, my favorite thing to do is make what I call a Rush Man's PB&J. I said a Rushed Man's. Take the ever-relevant saltine cracker, add some peanut butter, and add some dry fruit on top. This is a surprisingly satisfying snack that will fill you up because of the peanut butter, give you that saltiness that we all crave, and a very prominent punch of fruity goodness from your little dry delectables. Want something sweeter? Well, swap the peanut butter for Nutella and use strawberries and bananas. Trust me, these things are very easy to make and people will love them.
For an advanced application, after dunking your strawberries in citric acid, mix 1 package of strawberry gelatin with half a cup powdered sugar. Toss the strawberries in this until coated and dry until they look like this. I even did this with cherries because I love them and I find are actually superior for this application. They have this cool gummy flavor and texture for a surprising summer treat. But be warned, this takes skill as this is a timed dry. It is possible to dry them too much and you go from gummy to tacky. Full candor, I actually opted to use my oven to do this for more temperature control. But the DIY should work, just be vigilant.
My last and quite possibly easiest application is just chop up the fruit and add them to your roasted veggies like roasted carrots or roasted broccoli. Can anybody say peach carrots or strawberry broccoli? Trust me, it tastes better than it sounds. Trust me. Alright, that's 3 applications in a cheap DIY setup. I think my job here is done. Oh, and if you want to keep the fruit dry, be sure to buy some of those silica gel packets. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know what you thought of the video. Drop it down in the comment section below. If you liked it, like the video. If you want to see more, consider subscribing.